Excuse me. What in the world are you thinking?
Mean Gene, the first thing you need to do is to tell these people to shut up if you want to hear what I gotta say.
What up, y'all? Hear that dog? That dog's like, New World Podcast. AEW Dynamite. Holiday Bash. I love these theme shows with wrestling, especially during the holidays for Christmas and Thanksgiving and New Year's and all of it wrapped into one. And goddamn, this AEW Dynamite this week was the bomb. There's only one thing I have to complain about, but that's about it. We'll get into it. But let's start off the night with Ricky Starks. Feisty. Awesome. Like, this dude, I'm a Ricky Starks fan now. And with when the JAS came out, the Jericho Appreciation Society, and Jericho's like, they offered him a spot. And, oh, my gosh, Ricky brings it, baby. Ricky brings the heat to Jericho. You say he looks like a 50-year-old father who got married or divorced 5 times, something like that. It was great, man. He had them chops on the mic and telling Jericho in a couple weeks, let's meet you and me, get in the ring and whatnot. And the JAS, the J and the JAS just stand for jobber. I don't know. Ricky Starks was on fire, ladies and gentlemen, fire. And I'm a big fan now. I want action figures. I want everything. And they were in San Antonio, Texas, and that crowd was feeling Ricky Starks, man. Now let's get to the best of 7, match 5. No DQ, the Elite versus Death Triangle. My goodness, I was on the edge of my seat the whole time. I was like, where's the hammers? Someone's bringing in the hammers here. We got trash cans. We got a Christmas tree, Let's just go balls to the wall. The Elite pulled it off. Now it's 2 and 3. Next week we go into match 6. We're in the home stretch in the Elite, and I believe they said that next week's match is going to be in Falls Count Anywhere. Sign me up. 2 great teams, bunch of great matches under their belt, and this best of 7 series is turning out freaking fantastic. The Elite still has their back up against the wall, so we shall see what it breaks down when it gets to the final match. We had a Bryan Danielson promo, but Stokely and them interrupted. But there was a really great promo with MJF beforehand that I really enjoyed, calling Bryan Danielson a hipster bitch, getting his hipster bitch nose into my thing, blah, blah, blah. Bryan Danielson comes out, gives his passionate promo like Bryan does. And here comes Stokely, the Firm, everything like that. And I don't know what Brian Cage was trying to do, like that whole vegetable, calling him a vegetable boy or whatever. I don't know. It kept on coming off wrong because the crowd would not let him speak. And Bryan Danielson's like, hey, this crowd is telling you to shut up, and you should just follow what the crowd's saying. And there's a great part where Stokely, I think it should become a meme, you raggedy bitch. I was like, what? You raggedy bitch, man. Stokely, that's a meme and like in everything. We had Hook in action, made his opponent tap out. This Hook kid's very good looking kid. He's got this like, don't fuck with me personality. I like it. And he came to the aid of Jungle Boy last week. But the Firm attacked Jungle Boy. They're like, look at what we did. They showed him and they threw him in the trash can. And that was it. That was all. We had a match with Moxley. He was with Claudio versus Darius Martin from Top Flight. Moxley got it. The match was okay. It was an okay match, really. It was fine for what it was. Moxley wrestling the way Mox does. But it was okay. FTR versus the Guns. I had a lot of fun with this match. The outcome of the match was like, whoa, the Guns beat FTR in the ring. What is going on? Okay. I was like, what? Why? Whoa. Holy shit. So the Guns won. We got the Acclaimed that I believe they're having a match on Rampage, and I really need to get on this Rampage schedule because there's a lot of stuff happening on Rampage, especially with Mox and Hangman Page. I guess they've been fighting for the past couple weeks at Rampage, and I believe Rampage is only an hour, so I will find some way somehow to stick that into my schedule. It's just when it's Friday night, it's SmackDown, baby. It's Friday night SmackDown Fight Night, and that's where my everything's tuned in. But everything story-wise lines has been kind of bleeding over the Rampage, which it should. Which it should. You got 2 shows. You got to juggle them both. Now let's get to the meats and potatoes of this show, shall we? This train wreck of a segment. I'm talking about a train wreck trying to introduce the new faction of Mogul affiliates, or is it Mogul or Muggle? The Muggle affiliates. With Swerve and his new crew, and Rick Ross is out. Rick Ross the boss. I was just like, the whole time, I'm like, take away his mic. Take away the fucking mic away from Rick Ross because it's so cringe. And on national television with Keith Lee in the ring while they're waiting for Swerve, he's like, yo, you a big motherfucker. Keith Lee's face turning around like, oh. He looks out to the guy, he's like, and I bet you everyone in the back was like, what? You can't tell somebody at Rick Ross, you can't say that. No, it's Rick Ross the boss. I don't even know why Rick Ross the boss is here. But the whole time, oh shit, oh, history making. I'm like, shut the fuck up. But I guess this thing paid off. We introduced the Muggle affiliates. Mogul affiliates. Okay, they all got sweatshirts, matching sweatshirts. But Swerve's new crew beating down Keith Lee. This was just bad. There's no way you could try to defend this all you want. Like, oh man, we got a new stable in AEW. Oh no, this was just you taking Rick Ross out of it. Probably would have made it a little bit better, but I don't know. This was just a weird way to introduce a new faction, and I'm like, who's this? Who's that? Like, what's going on? And Keith Lee not selling stuff, when he gets hit, because he's Keith Lee, he's the big guy, but everything down to Rick Ross being like, yo, big motherfucker. And then the whole time, I'm like, just take away his mic, please. The whole time, I was like, ugh. Just didn't care for it. It was dumb. It was stupid. But we ended on a good foot, though. The AEW Women's World Championship match with Sheeta versus Jamie Hayter. Fantastic. It took a lot for Jamie to put Sheeta away. This match, I was like, after that train wreck of a segment, I'm glad we had this match to end the show because it put a smile on my face. And Jamie's hitting Sheeta with everything she's got. Boom, boom. Same with Sheeta. Like it is a back and forth brawl, a way a championship match should be. It was just balls to the wall. Awesome. Jamie got the win. And then they start beating down Sheeta. Here comes Toni Storm to the rescue. Britt Baker's in the ring, this and that. And then the numbers game gets on Toni Storm, and here comes Saraya. Saraya comes out, and we end it with these 6 women looking at each other like they want to kill each other after a great championship match and ending the show on that note. Fantastic. And I was mistaken. Revolution's in March. I thought it was in February. The last time I did the AEW review, this show was really good. I give the show a 3 out of 5 just because that train wreck with Rick Ross just really put a bad taste in my mouth. But you also had so many great things. The best of 7, MJF. He's wearing that suit, Hanukkah suit. MJF, I love you, MJF. I think if you listen to the podcast with a social event, I tell Big Daddy, I'm like, you better recognize MJF because he's the man. So go check out the social event podcast. Great conversation. We talk a little wrestling in there. But I really did enjoy this. We did talk about the women's division, and I got to say, what we talked about in the social event, then going into this main event here with Sheeta and Jamie Hayter, fantastic match. I want to see it again. And I can't wait to wrap up the best of 7 series with the Elite and Death Triangle. I'm excited to see where we're going with MJF and Bryan Danielson. So much going on. We're wrapping up the year. It's coming to an end. The last Dynamite of the year is next week. So let's get right to it, baby. Like I said, 3 out of 5 for this week. AEW's Dynamite. I had a good time. I had fun. Tell me what you thought. Drop those comments below. Tell me what you liked. Tell me what you hated. What made you cringe? What made you just be like, I just love pro wrestling. Thank you, AEW. Drop those comments below. Then after that, like and subscribe. Share it with your grandma. Share it with your grandpa. Share it with the bum down at Walmart. I am KMB, the Sexy Ninja. And remember, the New World Podcast is for life, brother.
A little confused. And I can't really concentrate. The glare coming off your head is really distracting.
Promise you, I will literally turn you into a freaking vegetable.